So, Mike, have you been watching King of the Hill?
It sounds so disingenuous coming from you.
I know,
sounds
it really does.
Awful coming from you.
Todd,
you asked the question.
Yeah,
because...
a little inside baseball for people listening or watching this later. We were just recording it. I don't know, Discord or something just completely crashed on all of us. So we're just redoing the conversation that we just had. So, anyways.
Well, I guess my question is, Brenden, have you ever watched King of the Hill or ever got into King of the Hill?
A switch up. So here is what I'm going to say. And this is a common thing that I probably say too often is I don't watch stuff. And King of the Hill falls into the category of I just don't watch stuff. And I think, similar to what Mike was sort of saying, that it lives in a ghost recording that will never see anyone's ears, I guess. If I had watched King of the Hill when I was younger, and I definitely had seen episodes or portions of King of the Hill when I was younger, it didn't do anything to me. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't paying attention to it in that way for it to like probably be as funny as it is, or as whatever. I'm assuming it deals with like real issues. Like it seems like it has like good writing and good characters and like deals with like real issues. It probably just would have bounced off me, or I wouldn't have caught that stuff if I was younger. But it does seem like a show that I would actually want to watch today. I don't know if it means start with
I think
the
you'd
new
appreciate it more.
Yeah, I don't know if it means start with the new stuff or just watch the old show.
Watch the old show because there's so many tie-ins to the old show. Like, I mean, I don't know, Mike, how many episodes have you watched? Like,
I think 4 or 5. What was the last episode I watched? The last one I watched was, I think, the one where Bobby accidentally bought a horse.
Is it a full drop or is it a weekly drop?
That's a full drop. It's an episode. Wait, so did you watch the episode when the guy came up to him when he's at his restaurant and he's like, "Are you Cotton's?"
Oh yeah, Are you Cotton's grandson? He killed my grandfather.
He's one of the.
He was one of the 50 minutes.
He's one of the 50. It's so good. It was so good. And there was another part too when he's talking to what's his name, son, John Redcorn's, his son, and the chef in the back goes to say, he's like, it's just tough being, like a basic.
I'm the only white guy in my construction crew.
Yeah, and the guy he goes, it's so good. It's so good.
Now
Bobby holds up his finger.
Bobby holds up his finger. Yeah. Now I have not, obviously, like I said, I didn't finish the season yet.
God damn
Is
it,
that
Bobby.
the only? Like, clearly that's to imply that Bobby knows, but do they ever like
everyone explicitly? Knows. They never.
Well, I know.
I don't know if they ever.
Well, like in the original series, obviously, I don't think Bobby knows, but here it is at least implied that Bobby also knows now.
Yes.
Is it ever like? But is it ever fully like? Is it ever explicitly shown that Bobby knows, or is that like the one kind of instance?
I don't think so, because do you remember the episode when basically Peggy finds out? This is like Like I feel like that's like the only episode they ever dove into of like someone actually because everyone knew.
Well, I mean, but like everyone in the original show talked about it, so I don't know if Bobby ever talks about it with like his parents or anybody. That's what I'm asking. Nonetheless,
I'm doing a rewatch soon, so we already started.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as and I'm saying this because I believe that they're both Mike Judge shows. I watched Beavis and Butthead when I was younger, but I also probably didn't understand what I was watching, like to the full extent of what it was probably doing.
Yeah, but Beavis and Butthead, I could laugh at because I could laugh at the name Butthead.
Yeah,
and there's silly laughs.
And they were.
But like in retrospect, though, of watching that, because I've watched Beavis and Butthead over the last couple of years, I used to love like the skits. Easily the best part is when they're watching the music videos and them talking, and like I never got the jokes probably back then or wasn't paying attention. But that's when they're watching music videos, it's probably the best part of that show.
I'm getting increasingly worried that
I know it's
going to crash again because it seems like everything keeps lagging.
Yes.
So I don't know. We might be just screwed if Discord is not being fun tonight. So sorry, you were going to say, Mike.
That's it. I've been catching old episodes of Beavis and Butthead every once in a while. I didn't realize if I ever knew this information, it was erased at some point. I didn't realize that Daria was a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead.
I don't think I knew that. Jen, did you know Daria was a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead? Oh, you're cool. In what way? Like, she went to the same school as them or something?
She was, like, in the first few seasons, she was in their class. Like, she was kind of friends with Beavis and Butthead. And then at some point...
You know what?
At some point, she moves.
Maybe I did know that, actually. Because I also, again, like, I have a weird history with Beavis and Butthead. Watched a show that I probably didn't really understand when I was very young. And I also had the Beavis and Butthead video game for Sega Genesis. So, like, I played that game a lot. I don't remember it actually being a good game. I remember it being challenging. It could have just been a bad game. But I feel like Daria is in the game somewhere. I think she's in one of the classrooms. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking saying shit.
Maybe.
But anyways.
Yeah, I just checked. He had no involvement. Mike Judge had no involvement in Daria. I was curious if he did.
Yeah, I think he sold the rights to her character.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, there was, some deals were made so that way she could have her own show.
What a sick, sad world we live in. Anyways, we got a great show for you tonight. Welcome, everyone, to the Pass the Controller podcast, a show where a couple of best friends a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. What is going on? I'm just gonna blame it on Discord.
We haven't had multiple people on the show. The summer's been like
the summer's been rough, and it's also been like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't hated the little two one-on-one situation, because I feel like we've had like concise, nice, quick episodes where we're like, oh, let's just have a good convo. We did what we needed to do, and we're gonna go enjoy our evening. Anyways, we got a great show for you tonight. As always, I'm your host, Brenden, and joining me on this lovely evening is the anime senpai himself. Some may call him Martini Mike. It's Mr. Michael Lizier. Mike, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah,
I hear you. Also joining us and rounding us out, we may have a pop-in later, but rounding us out for now is the fucking Roblox guy, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing?
I'm good.
He's fucking Mr. Roblox.
I also...
Go ahead.
I just want to bring something up, too, because, for the audience that doesn't know.
He's going bad for Roblox right
now. Listen, last night Dom posted something about, what's Chris Hansen is doing, a video
Chris
on,
Hansen doing something.
Yeah, which is, expose this shit, but at the same time, is this what we're doing now? It's, the same shit as, video games cause murderers. If parents aren't fucking watching their kids and knowing what they're doing, it's their own fucking fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, here you go, guys, play Roblox.
Well, no, you're playing with them, and you're probably doing some shady shit on there.
But I'll shut off their chat, so you can't see, you know what I'm saying, this, and that's it. It's over. There's nothing from that. See, I'll play Grow a Garden with them, and I'll just piss people off and steal you can pay Robux so I buy $5 worth of Robux, and if someone has a plant that they worked really hard on and it's worth a couple billion, I can just go up to it and steal it, and I fucking do that all the time, and the kids get so mad at me, and it's just
you're ruining the reputation.
What is this game?
I don't know. Every time
it's Animal Crossing, but you have a garden. It's Farmville meets Animal Crossing with a garden.
Every time Todd and I talk on the phone, at some point in that conversation, he will try to sell me on Roblox.
And, listen, I'm not trying to sell you guys on anything. I don't know. I'm not.
What I said to Todd today,
it would make more sense.
What I said to Todd today or yesterday or at some point this week, I was like, you used to be someone who had taste, someone who played games, someone who watched movies, someone that I could be like, you know what, Todd's recommending something, I'll check it out. Now it's like I'm playing Grower Garden and stealing someone's peaches, and we're playing as a family and all this stuff.
I said to Brenden when we talked recently,
I'm playing Marvel Snap. I'm like, I don't know, play a new game that came out, and that's not Roblox.
I said to Brenden, I go, I never understood Roblox. It was just fucking annoying to me. Controls suck. I hate the way it looks. And then all of a sudden, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the game just clicked for me, and I get why it's popular. Now, I don't think everyone needs to play fucking Roblox, But like, I completely understand where the appeal can be for like, especially the younger kids and everything.
Yeah,
And
I get it
doing all
for
that
kids,
shit.
and I get that you're playing with your kids, but also like I don't know, Daddy's got to get his
Listen,
rocks
no,
off
listen, no,
too.
no,
You
no,
know what
no,
I'm
no, 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 no,
saying?
no, 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 no. Because like, I'm not just playing with my kids, dude. I'm like, I
Dom
got
would
my
have fucking
garden
laughed
going
at
all
that joke,
night.
Mike.
So I'll jump in every 20 minutes if I'm like growing something and I want to see how it's coming out. I'll sign because with the quick resume I can just like I'll get out of Mafia and then go back and so I'm playing by myself too at this point because every Saturday at 9 a.m. sharp we all have to get up and do the event because they do an event every Saturday. So like it's like we all sit on the couch and literally play for like an hour straight.
I'm not hating on that. That's like fun, cool family time. Like I'm not hating on that. But I am hating on the fact that you just said I'll be playing something else and I'll be like, I gotta check out my garden, and it's like, come on,
Oh, dude,
Roblox,
trust me,
man.
it's bad. It's
Whatever.
bad.
I'm not hating. I don't care.
Bad.
But you're not gonna catch me on Roblox.
Oh,
Cut to me
listen,
playing
I get
Roblox
that.
tonight when Todd's like, I don't know, Dom's not here. Why don't we just all play some fucking Roblox tonight? Let's just give it a shot. And then we're fucking Mike spending 20,000 Robux. What do they call it? What is the money called to that?
Robux. Yeah,
Robux.
right.
I just said that, being like that's probably what it's called, and I was correct.
You're right.
Fucking Roblox. Listen,
Yeah,
I don't. I honestly don't know.
I haven't had any.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I haven't because like Fortnite has been like used to be our go-to, but like I feel like I've kind of been burnt out on Fortnite recently. I just haven't had like I'm not like I want to play Fortnite tonight. Like I just kind of like whatever on Fortnite right now.
I think Fortnite has existed for a while for me in a space of I like to play it when any of you guys are on, and then when that's not the case, I'm not like I gotta play Fortnite, but it's fun to play with you guys. And I like that it kind of just lives as like, usually after we podcast, we play some Fortnite or something. And I don't dislike Fortnite existing in that way. I'm actually happy that it's not something that I'm like, shit, I got to play this multiple times a week or whatever. Cause I think I've just kind of lost. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a battle pass that pops up where I'm like, oh, I want to get all this shit. But like, I haven't felt compelled in that, like, battle passy drive to be like I gotta fucking play every other day and do my dailies so I can make sure I get this shit. We play right at the end of the season to make sure we got the fucking Superman skin? Sure, but it wasn't like get to level fucking 200. It was just whatever it was. It wasn't even finished the battle pass. It was like its own thing. So I haven't felt super compelled in that way. I'm sure there'll be a battle pass soon that will make me feel that way, but
Probably Simpsons.
Is that going to be a season? Did they say that already or no? Or just in the shop? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like this season better so far than what last season was. I got was like kind of whatever on, but
I find the map a little boring right now, though. I'm kind of just like whatever with the map.
Just catching up on chat. Cam, friend of the show, Cam Hawkins is in here. Go listen to JRPG party chat.
Wait, is he going? Is he going to the bat for Roblox? Thank you, Cam. I knew you had good taste.
No. I hope Todd isn't Mr. Roblox guy. And I said, oh, he definitely is now, but, because you're playing with the kids. And then when I was saying, like, the things you used to play, and he was like, yeah, someone who used to also play Overwatch. But I don't know if we need Overwatch Todd back. I think we're okay with Overwatch Todd not coming back. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay. Although I would love to give May a spin or Diva. May, give me a couple
Listen,
rounds.
You can hop on any day of the week. Mike's in there playing fucking Total Mayhem like the sicko he is.
Yeah, and I'm almost completed that battle pass. So go bang on.
Crazy.
And
wow.
Cam
just
I feel like Cam and Ken both play pretty regularly too. So like if you actually wanted to play Overwatch, there's a couple of friends that play.
You know what? I'm gonna download it after this podcast. Might jump in just to check it out. I haven't seen it in a while. I have no idea what's going on.
Yes, a party chat, a JRPG. Did I say JRPG podcast party chat? I've had a couple of beverages. It is what it is. Anyways, this is a long intro, so we're gonna move on. Dom got a little tied up, so Dom is not here, but Dom may join later. So if the cameras get all fucked up, if you're watching this and the cameras get all scattered and nothing makes sense on the screen, that means Dom joined. If it doesn't happen, still might mean that the internet fucked up. Who knows? Either way, we got a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about Off, which is a game that I just recently played. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But before we get into off, a couple of quick housekeeping. We're going to talk about some other stuff too. But before we talk about that stuff, a couple of quick housekeeping things. The PTC Movie Club for whatever month this is. I couldn't remember what month we were in. August. Is Dom's pick, and it is a movie I'm definitely not going to remember right now. See, Cam, I don't remember anything, so this is like, I'm sorry, I misspoke on the name of your podcast. I can't remember what month it is or what movie we're doing. What movie are we doing? It's Dom's pick, and I already forgot. Friendship. There it is.
No, Weapons.
It's not Weapons. So we'll talk about Friendship.
Weapons is next month.
We'll talk about Friendship at some point, because again, the summer has been chaotic for us to get scheduling correct, and the next few weeks are also going to be chaotic. So if we don't record it at the end of the month, it will happen at some point in September. Who's to say? But we will talk about it. So if you want to hear us talk about Friendship, make sure you watch that film. Other quick housekeeping things before we get into episode 484 of the Pass the Controller podcast. This episode, of course, sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something sweet, something hot, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what the fatties are, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and educate yourself on these tasty treats. Other housekeeping things, I feel like there might have been something else, but I am quickly realizing that waiting for Dom and then not recording when we normally record and then pouring another drink was a bad idea, especially when I've been having like smoothies for food lately and like eating a lot lighter. I'm really feeling it, guys. I'm really feeling it. Before I get into off, let someone else take the wheels for a second. Let me drink some water. Mike, what do you got going on? How you been living?
You know, cruising.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm super chill.
Oh, yeah?
Bingo bango.
Okay. Who's this character? I've never met this guy before. Who the fuck is this?
This is
not Martini Mike.
Not Martini Mike though.
This is not. This is like fucking Jazz Mike. Who the fuck is this?
This is
like I'm smoking a cigar in the back of the club, Mike.
This is NPR Mike.
It is actually NPR Mike. That is the correct. It is not Back of the Club Jazz Mike. Back of the Club Jazz Mike has some sort of hat on. I don't know if it's a fedora, but it is a hat of some sort.
It is a hat. He's got a yes.
And a pipe. Cigar is not correct.
Pipe.
It's a pipe.
Pipe. No, he's also sophisticated, but he's more outdoorsy.
There's also a little
not
bit,
outdoorsy.
There's more of like a sexiness to the voice, and not to say your voice isn't sexy right now, but your voice has more of that like. It's what it is. NPR. It's like that.
Oh
NPR
God, Mike.
Voice.
Let's go back to old Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the old.
Anyway,
Mike.
what was your question?
I don't know. What do you got? You've been playing anything other than Overwatch? Other than finish? What have you done post Persona 3? Have you played more Persona 4 or no?
No.
What have you been doing?
No, I barely turn on my Switch too.
Okay, that's fair. Have you been watching anything? If you watched Dandadan, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I'm caught up on Dandadan. It's a good season so far. As a matter of fact, I mean, the most recent episode was good, but the episode before that was really fun. We talked about King of the Hill.
We did talk about King of the Hill.
Watching Always Sunny. The most recent episode was pretty funny for that. Watching some other stuff too. Hold on a second. I've got a website that I use to keep track of at least my anime, because I don't remember what the fuck I'm watching this season. Feel free to like vamp otherwise, because I can't carry this whole thing on my back, boys.
We're gonna live in this moment, Mike. We want to hear.
We're gonna live in this moment.
We want to hear your brain.
That's fine.
Tick tock on the clock. Don't stop.
Listen, I don't give a shit, man. I don't. Right, yeah. So Dandadan. Oh yeah, I'm watching Dr. Stone. Gachiyakura. Kaiju number 8. Oh wait, I finished Lazarus. Let me fucking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't been here in a while, but welcome back to Mike's Anime Minute. It's the internet's favorite anime show where Mike is gonna, I don't know, I guess just list the things that he's been watching to make you all sound like you don't know anything about anime.
Well, I think that was it.
All right.
Sakamoto Days.
Okay.
Did I say that?
What's Mikey's pick? What's Mikey's pick right now? Like, what's Mikey's hot anime? What is the thing that if you were gonna say stop what you're doing, you only have time for one? What are people watching? What's Mikey's hot pick?
Nah, probably Dandadan.
Okay. I need to.
Assuming that you like watched the first season at this point.
Well, I mean,
rather the first half of the first season, because I think this is.
Wait, you would say that over the Rising of the Shield Hero? Like you think Dandadan's better?
It is so funny that you mentioned that, because someone was just showing me a picture or something, and I was like, I don't get what this is supposed to be, and they're like, it's Rising the Shield Hero. I'm like, oh, okay. I have no idea what's going on in this series.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that or Beastars, one of those two. We should watch that too.
Beastars I need to finish. I was watching that, and then I don't know, I sort of spaced out.
Where does Todd get his information? Like, what is happening? What does Todd do?
I don't know.
Does he just Google hot anime?
Listen, Todd is cultured. You keep giving him shit because he's recommends things. He's like, yeah, bro, play Roblox with me, bro. Watch King of the Hill with me, and you're like, nah, man, whoa. I'm too cool. I got to beat off.
To be fair, Todd has not mentioned King of the Hill at all until tonight. And he's not recommending I watch it. He's recommending I play Roblox. That's very different. He's saying watch Weapons. I'm recommending you watch Gummo and then play Roblox.
No,
I'm like,
no. I'm not recommending you watch Weapons. You're going to be watching Weapons next month.
Notice how he didn't deflect the Gummo allegations.
No, I would never make anyone watch Gummo. Ever.
But you would still. That's one of Toddy's hot picks. Is that you should watch Gummo. If you're gonna watch one movie, in 2025. It's Ari Aster's seminal film, Gummo. Right? Is it Ari Aster? Your boy?
No.
Oh, wait, who is it?
That's I think it might be the kids director. It might be, I'm not sure.
Oh, what the fuck was the kids director?
His name is the easiest name to remember, too.
Wait, why do I always bring it up then? Director Harmony Korine?
Yeah, Harmony Korine.
That's. Yeah,
but why do you always reference Gummo? What does it have to do with Hereditary? Why did it always come up when we were talking about that?
I don't think it does. I think you just associate all these things with Todd. So when you distill Todd, when you yourself distill Todd, you pick out the movie Gummo and you pick out the director Ari Aster, even though those two things themselves have nothing to do with each other.
So if there was a word bubble,
the connective tissue is Todd.
If you were gonna word bubble Todd, it would be like Ari Aster, Gummo, Roblox.
Yes.
What else?
I don't know. There might not be anything else.
That poker guy on MetaQuest. I forget his name
too. Yeah, I forget his name. He's been off my feed.
I like this. If we were gonna word bubble Mike, what would it be?
It depends on which version of Mike you get. If you get NPR Mike, he's got.
What does NPR Mike have?
I don't know, because the Jazz Mike has the hat, so that was his. Yeah, I don't know what he has. Apparently, just NPR, I assume.
I can definitely word bubble regular OG Mike. I can word bubble Martini Mike, and I think I can also word bubble Anime Senpai Mike. Pick out of the three, Mike. Which one do you want to word bubble for? And I'll just go off the cuff right
now. I feel like that one's easy. Not that it's easy, but I feel like there's one thing you actually say for it. Let me hear what you got for the anime version.
Which one did you think was easy?
Well, I was like, what is going to be Martini Mike's thing? And I feel like you would just say espresso, and that would be the end of it.
No, I can't just have one bubble.
No, it would
One
be
word
Sabrina
bubble.
Carpenter. It would be
No, if we did Martini Mike, it was gonna be espresso martini, of course. It was gonna
Yep.
be.
Sabrina.
I feel like I don't know how to put this in the bubble, but I feel like this would encapsulate Martini Mike is one of these. I don't know why. I just feel like it would. And I feel like you understand.
I suppose, yeah.
It's not like in a negative connotation. It's just like, can I go get some a couple of good
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like, that's when Tiki Mike comes out. Tiki Mike and Martini Mike are kind of the same guy. You know what I mean? They're birds of a feather, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know why they're two different guys.
They're the same. They're both alcoholics.
Fair enough.
Mike's not an alcoholic, but Martini Mike, that guy knows one thing, and it's martinis. Let's see, anime.
Sober
senpai.
Mike is great, but drunk Mike is an alcoholic.
Anime senpai Mike word bubble. We're gonna say respectfully takes photos of cosplayers at conventions.
He barely. I took like 3 pictures of cosplayers when I was at Fan Expo.
But
I like walked up to like.
I feel like it's one of the few things that makes it on your grid. I feel like you do post your recaps.
Yeah, to at least show that I was there.
Okay. Let's see. Anime senpai Mike word bubble also would probably have to, of course, have. It would probably have to have. I feel like Todd's got something on the tip of his tongue that he's going to throw out there, but maybe not.
Oh, you're waiting for me? No, I got nothing.
Oh, you looked up like you were going to say something. That's why I stopped.
I was. The gears were spinning a little bit, but
an anime top 5 that he doesn't want to tell you because he doesn't actually want to recommend you any anime, and that's just the general you, not just me. It's just in general. He has a top 5 that he'd recommend to you, but he won't do it because he doesn't want to. That's a paragraph for a bubble, but it's there. It exists.
I remember what Todd used to say. Todd used to like mention a character's name.
I was gonna say.
I was
gonna say Yuri on Ice or whatever. Like
that's not what you would say.
There was like a name that you would mention. I was like, who the fuck are you talking about? And like it turned out he was saying like a character's like last name or something that like never comes up in the show, so I had no idea he was talking. Oh, okay, I remember now. I think you were referencing like a character from Demon Slayer, and like I don't watch Demon Slayer, so I didn't even know who you were talking about, and it wasn't even like the name that people usually like address them by.
Anime senpai Mike also has in his word bubble imported Japanese copy of Jump All Stars for the Vita that he wants to play but can't fully play correctly.
I think that's close.
Anyways, this podcast makes no sense. Todd, what have you been playing?
I have been playing a little game called Roblox. I've been playing Mafia Old Country.
I will interject to quickly say there's going to be an episode soon where I make you do Roblox reconnaissance, and you're going to actually lead a Roblox episode of the podcast and educate the 3 of us on Roblox. But continue.
I can. I mean, we're already on to a new game. We're 99 in the forest, so I picked up Mafia the Old Country. It is good. I think that if people who played Mafia 2 and 3 picked up this game and weren't aware that it's like not an open world game, they'd probably be disappointed. I was saying to Brenden earlier in the week, though, like I miss games like this. It's a straightforward story game. You're not like running around doing side missions. It's like story, next story, next story beat, next story beat. And, it was only $50 and, like 10 years ago, this is all we played. Now it's like, what value can I get from my game? And I appreciate a game like this, actually. I appreciate having a game that I don't feel like is going to take up all my time And like I said, I don't think we get many of those games really anymore. But yeah, it's great. Story's great. I like all the characters. I think its biggest weakness is it feels a little dated in the gameplay when it comes to like guns and everything, but like not enough to really bother me. I'm still enjoying my time with it. Yeah, so I would recommend it if you're looking for like a story-driven game that's basically like on rails. And then I've been playing Ninja Gaiden. What the fuck is the title of it? Ninja Gaiden. It has like the weirdest last name after it, but it's good. It's good so far. I think it plays a little too safe on like the formula of like the old school. But everything seems to work on it for me. Like I like it. It doesn't really like introduce anything new to the genre, but yeah, it's and like I was saying before, it's like challenging, but like I don't feel like it's cheap. So I feel like Brenden would probably like it. But I was saying to Brenden,
it's on my list
because I don't know why I'm comparing. I don't know why I'm comparing them. I guess I know why, because like they're very similar. But like I think I prefer the gameplay of The Messenger over this game. Not saying that this game is like bad gameplay or anything, but I just feel like The Messenger is a little more refined. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know enough or really anything about Ninja Gaiden Ragebound to say too much to that, to what I'm actually say, but I feel like it's not like The Messenger does at some point split off and become more of a Metroidvania, where I don't know if Ninja Gaiden is also doing that. Is it doing that?
I don't think, no, not at this. I mean, I'm only like a little bit, almost halfway maybe.
Okay.
And I haven't seen anything like that. So yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's on my list. It's definitely something I would like to play before the year is over. I've had a pretty chaotic year, and I've not finished as many games as I would have hoped to have finished by this point, just based on how busy my life has been the last, I don't know, 8 months, I guess. But yeah, it's for sure on my list. It's something that I am looking forward to playing. Hopefully before the holidays get too crazy. For me, as I alluded to at the beginning of the show, I've been playing a game called Off, which I finished. And I guess this can function as my review of the game, which is, I'm in a weird space with this game. I feel like I have a lot of friends of the show, a lot of friends in the industry that have also been playing and reviewing this game for their respective outlets. And a lot of them, I think, share a similar commonality, which is it seems like a lot of them had played this game before, which this game originally came out, I believe, in 2008. So they have that foundational experience with the game initially, which I do not. So I'm visiting this game, whatever, 2008 to 2025. How many years is that? 18 years? 17 years? I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. 08 to 2025, Mike? You're a math guy.
17.
17. Okay. I was there. I was almost there. So I guess to pull it back for a second, this is a remaster of sorts of this original game. There's a little bit of additional content. There's a little bit of quality of life stuff. There's a little bit of additional stuff around it. But for the most part, the core experience is actually the same. So it is from my understanding, again, not somebody who's played the original, it is a pretty faithful remake of this game. So it is a good representation of the original product, the original game. And I think what needs to be set up front is this is a foundational work for a lot of very well-known games after, one of the big being Undertale. Like there's a lot of other indie RPGs and in other games that have definitely taken inspiration from Off, and one of them being Undertale, I think, is like a very apt way to, if you're unfamiliar with what Off is, you're gonna, if you've never played it and you have played Undertale, or maybe you're playing Deltarune or whatever, you'll definitely play off and see a lot of that DNA kind of immediately and throughout the game.
When you told me that you were playing this game, just like right before we got on, I looked it up and I'm like, oh, it's Undertale. It's
Yeah,
like not
yeah,
knowing anything about it. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
It
not like,
it definitely does not like, because I've played Undertale. I'm currently playing through Deltarune. Um, it is definitely still in a lot of ways very different from Undertale, but there's a lot of things that Off does that is very formative, I think, for people like Toby Fox who made Undertale and others in the space who have made similar things that have definitely pulled ideas and built off of the things that I believe the developer's name is Mortis Ghost. Where is his name? Mortis Ghost is what they go by. So it's a foundational work, and I am happy that this version of the game exists on modern platforms. It's out now on Switch and on Steam, so it's accessible to a lot of people. The original, I believe, is still accessible and still free, so you can also just go download that as well. But this version of the game is out now, and I think it will hopefully, in the end, give some flowers and maybe some much needed, maybe not much needed is the wrong way to phrase it, but much deserved flowers to a game that I think has been very impactful on other games that people do love. And Off does have its fan base, and it has its cult following, and it has, it definitely has its people that know and love this game. And it existed in an era of, because this is me playing catch up and doing research on the game, it existed in an era of early internet. '08 is early-ish internet time, so like this is a very forum heavy game. Like a lot of people playing this game and together and talking about it. And when it initially released, it released it was free, and it was in French, so like a fan translation came about like through forums and other ways, and it's like it had its audience that continued to grow. And I hope that this release does also do that for it and continue to kind of give it its much needed praise and attention.
it's funny because I've never heard of this game ever, like the old one or
Yeah, I didn't. I have to be like transparent. I did not know about the game up until knowing about this remake coming out for I feel like for a while now I've known about the remake coming out, but yeah, it was a game that I had missed. I wasn't active in the forums that would have been pushing this type of thing around, and it was something I was not privy to. But it is something that I went back and forth on when I was playing it, in a sense of it is not changed in a lot of ways. So it is definitely an era of when it came out and when it was made, and it was made by a very small team, essentially one person, Mortis Ghost, but there were a few collaborators and musicians and stuff that worked on it as well. But it definitely shows its age in certain ways, but I don't think that it is necessarily a negative on the game. I think it is really just a matter of, from like a game preservation, game historical sense, and like the impact and importance of this game in like the indie RPG space, incredibly important that this remake exists. And I definitely think that if you are somebody who's listening who's played things like Undertale or other similar types of games, and you've never played or heard of Off, I think you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to Toby Fox, and you owe it to Mortis Ghost to go check this out, whether you play the original or play this version, simply because like it is something that, even though I definitely had some like, okay, like there's some simplicity to the puzzles, there's some simplicity to the combat, it is definitely something that should be still looked upon as what it is, which is, this is sort of one of the things that kind of helped other creators and creative people make other amazing things off of the bones of this, which isn't a negative. It's just I experienced the better things, the more advanced things that came after, and this was still, a thought-provoking thing. And again, it was not something that I was new about or had experienced the story or the gameplay at all. The story and gameplay of this, well, the gameplay is what it is. Like, it's traditional turn-based combat, but it also has like a timer system. Like every unit in the field, so like you play as the batter, and then you do get additional party members at some point that are just like these circles, and then the enemies. Everyone individually has their own little like battle timer that you can apply status effects to, or stats or other things to make them go slower or faster. But it's not just like, okay, your team attacks and then their team attacks. Everything's on a timer. So similar to like the ATB system in Final Fantasy games and stuff like that. So it has like an interesting combat system, but I don't think I was challenged too much. I didn't do all of the additional new boss fights that were added to the game, so I'm sure that some of those may add some additional difficulty, but I wasn't super challenged, which was also fine. I didn't need to like get my ass beat a million times. I really just wanted to have the experience of this game. Go ahead.
Is it Switch only and PC?
Switch and PC, yeah. I don't know if it has a plan for other ports to other platforms, but Switch and PC for now. I played it on Switch 2. It was great. Had no issues with that version of the game. But it is definitely a story that I am still sort of unpacking. I won't really talk too much about the story in depth, just because I do think that it is something that you should probably just, if you're interested, just experience it for yourself. It's like anywhere between 5 and 8 hours, depending on if you do side stuff or how good you are at solving certain puzzles, or if you have any issues with combat. The puzzle stuff, most of it was kind of fine. Like, a lot of it is finding like clues or numbers in dialogue or other things, and like essentially writing them down to go then solve the puzzle with the numbers that you wrote down. So it wasn't anything like groundbreaking in that regard, but what I will say is that like the vibe of the game, the characters in the game, the story that it's telling are the things that make this game what it is and make it worth still experiencing, even if you have never played off, but you've played things like Undertale. I think it is, like, again, as somebody who's played and loved Undertale, and I think Undertale is one of the best games ever made, I think you owe it to yourself, if you enjoy those types of games, to check off out. I think it is something that is worth experiencing, even today, even with its, in certain ways, dated gameplay. I think that it is very cool to see that type of gaming history that also does its own thing. And again, like it does things in the game that today, 17 years later, are a lot more common in certain things, but back in 2008 were a little bit less common, or not really done at all. It breaks the fourth wall. It is telling a pretty dark story for the most part. Like, it's not a nice story, and when you do finish the game, like, there are things to think about. Like, it's not again, I think it's something that you should experience without knowing too much about what's going on. I think you should just kind of see how it affects you. And I definitely had my feelings and my takeaways when I finished it, but then I did start diving into other people's thoughts and Reddit threads and other forums, because again, this game came out in 2008. There are a lot of people's theories about what's going on in the game and what certain things mean and what takeaways there are. And I think from all the stuff that I was reading, it all seems like any of these interpretations could really be the real thing or not the real thing. But either way, like, the fact that it has the ability to give so many different people different types of interpretations of what's going on, I think is like a good thing. I think it's like a remarkable thing that, not a lot of games have that. So super unique. I definitely think that, again, like if you were just looking for a new RPG to play, I don't know if Off is the place to just be like, yeah, let me play Off. But I think you have to want one of two things or both. I think you have to want to play a piece of gaming history, or you have to want to play something in the vein of a thing like Undertale, where it's like, that it's doing more than what the surface is doing. You know that there's other stuff going on. It has a specific type of humor and visual style and all of these things. And yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's a hard thing to be like, I think you should go play this, because I don't think that it is for everybody. I think it is meant for specific audience, but I do think there are a lot of people like me who have played and loved games like Undertale but have never experienced Off, and I think those are the people that should definitely seek this out. And I hope other people who might be morbidly curious based on the things I've said have been like, you know what, actually I do want to check this out, or check out Undertale. Either one. I mean, they're both fantastic games, but it's so funny to play a game like this having never known anything about it. And it's one thing to be like, yeah, people love Final Fantasy VII, and that's a good example for me because I didn't play Final Fantasy VII until 2020. So like, people love that game, and the remake was coming out, and blah blah blah. For me to play and experience and be like, oh, I get it. But it's another thing for like a game like this that is doing something very differently, that you don't, it's not like I feel like Final Fantasy VII is the example of it's doing something for the genre in a more mainstream way, where Off is very specifically doing something in like, it has light horror vibes, and it has light off-putting vibes, and it's just trying to do a very specific thing that's kind of open to interpretation, that's dealing with some heavy themes if you want to read into it and think about it. And if you don't want to experience any of that type of stuff, I don't know what you're going to pull out of the game, to be honest. But it's something that definitely should exist in the way it is. I'm happy it does, and I'm happy I got to play it. And yeah, I don't know. That was my time with Off. I don't think either of you would enjoy it.
What?
Well, you don't really like Undertale.
Is it more Earthbound or more Undertale?
It's, well, what don't you like about Undertale, I guess, is the better.
Where do I begin? Bad music, bad character. No,
well, that's crazy.
I'm joking. I don't know if I shouldn't say I don't like Undertale. I don't think I've ever really given it a fair chance.
That's probably actually accurate.
And it didn't suck me in to the point where I was like, oh fuck, I need to play more. It almost did with my Switch too, but then get distracted. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure, like, if I actually buckled down and played on it, I'd be like, oh man, that game was incredible. Because just the music alone is like top tier. Like, for me at least, That is one thing worth noting here too. So some of the changes in this version of the game, there are a little bit of quality of life stuff. There's like 6 new boss fights that have been added to the game. They streamlined the combat a little bit more from what I understand. Again, I did not play the original. But there's a new soundtrack in the game, which has definitely been a controversial topic based on what I've been reading and other people I've talked to who have played the original and played this. So the original composer did not want to give the rights to their work for this remake. So instead, it's all redone music. And in a sort of funny, sort of like full circle moment, some of the music is actually done by Toby Fox, which is just like a funny little like, hey, this game inspired me to make Undertale.
they're making a remake, and now some of my music is going to be in the game. So it's definitely a controversial thing because some people, though they don't think the new music is bad, they think the old music had a certain feeling to it that fit the game very well, and it's just different from what the music is now. So if you're listening to this and you're familiar with Off but haven't played the new one or interested in the new one, but that is definitely an important distinction that I've seen brought up, and pretty much anyone I've seen talking about the game has talked about the soundtrack. So it definitely seems like it's a point of contention for a lot of folks. But I totally understand and respect the original composer not wanting to, give their music out if that's not what they wanted to do. So cool. But yeah, Off is definitely something that I think people should check out if they like games like Undertale. I've seen other people bring up things like One Shot, which I have not played. But comparing it to that and comparing it to things like Yume Nikki, which is another RPG that I've also not played, so I can't really speak to the comparison there, but I've seen people bring up those games as well as the Undertale comparison, or at least the inspiration. So if you're a fan of those types of games, it seems like Off may be something you should be looking into if you haven't played it, but also if you're just somebody that's interested in unique parts of gaming history. I think this is a very unique thing that has, again, gone on to help inspire arguably some of the best works that exist in the space. So definitely worth checking out IMO. I think that's all I really have to say about Off. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about, or?
I don't.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do then. We're going to keep this nice and tight, and we're going to wrap things up and play the game. We haven't played the game in a while, too, because I feel like we've been doing a lot of just Mike and I, and what game can I play with Mike where Mike just gets 3 points? I can't remember if we said it on the podcast or not, but I brought it up to Mike at some point. It could have just been us two together, and I remember Mike saying it would just be funny if we played the game and you got 3 stump points for both of those episodes. So I got 6 points on the episodes that were just me and Mike. I don't remember if you brought that up on the podcast or not.
I think I think at some point we did talk about it on the podcast.
Okay. Okay. So before we play the game, of course, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode 484 of the Pass Control Podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, want to support the show, tons of ways to do that. Easiest way, freest way that benefits us tremendously, even though it seems like it may not if you're not doing this type of thing on your own, is leaving us a quick 5-star review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to the show. Take a second. If you're listening right now and you haven't left us a review, or you've left us a review on Apple Podcasts, but you also have Spotify or vice versa, drop us a quick review over there too. It's super helpful. It helps us get recommended in other shows. It just helps us organically find more people who may enjoy what we're doing. So we would appreciate if you did that. It means a lot to us. If you have bucks kicking around and you want to support us, there's a bunch of ways to do that. The easiest way to find all of those things and to find all of the content we do is to just go to our website at passthecontroller.io. You can find links to give us money if you want to spend money in different ways, links to all of the content we make, whether it's podcasts, whether it's video content, whether it's TikTok, whether it's video game cocktail recipes or written reviews or anything like that. Anything you want to find, it's all at passthecontroller.io. You can head on over there and check that stuff out. If you want to watch the show live, as a reminder, we do record live every week at twitch.tv/passcontroller, unless we have weird scheduling things or embargo stuff we can't talk about in the exact moment we're recording it. It's usually always live. If you can't catch the live show, but you still want to watch the show, just go to YouTube, type in Pass the Controller Podcast, and we will pop up over there for you. Anyways, as we do with every episode, unless it's just me and Mike, we play the game. And the way this works is we have a scoreboard for the whole year. We keep track of the points. We play a different game every episode, or sometimes the same game or whatever. Keep track of those points to see who is the best. And right now, Dom is not here, and Dom is in first. So this is a perfect opportunity for Todd and or Mike to pick up some points. Excuse me. Dom is in first with 41. Todd is in second with 35. Mike is lagging behind with 23 points. But he does have 6 back-to-back solo show points in parentheses. And I guess, so wait, if you have 6 there now, Todd, you're muted. That means you might have 9? Did we do 3 solo shows together? I can look back at the episodes. It's not really important, but anyways, Mike, why don't you go ahead and pick a year?
Let's see. It's currently 2025, so let's say 2022.
2022. Okay. What do we got? Ooh, okay, I like this. Okay. We're going to play a game that I like to call Gaming the Meta. It's quick, it's easy, and the way this this doesn't work well with 2 people. So we can't do Gaming the Meta. This is really just going to be...
Why not?
Because it's going to be Mike says 88 and you either say 89 or 87. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Perfect.
Unless I can text Dom right now and say, can you text in scores? Or are you trying to have a no Dom game? Tell me now.
Listen, it doesn't matter to me.
Matter.
If you need to pivot, you need to pivot. If you need Dom,
I'm so far behind, it does not matter what I do.
Let me see if he responds. Can you text Metacritic scores? If he responds in the next 30 seconds, we'll play. If not, we'll pivot off to another game. Or we can throw a wild card in. Todd texted me and said, yeah, I can. Okay. We'll throw a wild card in, and I'll yell into the other room, and I'll make Jen say numbers as Dom. Or just add Jen to the leaderboard.
Don't do that to Dom.
I'll just add Jen.
just add Jen to the leaderboard.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see if Dom responds in another couple of seconds.
Get the Jeopardy theme going right now.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to play, and I'm going to bring Jen in. And if Dom does end up texting me back, then we'll just add him in, and it'll just be a 4-player free-for-all. So we're going to play Game of the Meta. The way this works is I pick 3 different games. Whoever can get the correct meta score for the most reviewed platform gets the correct point. If someone gets a bullseye, they get double points. Whoever's closest gets the regular point. Mike said 2022, so we're going to go with a game both of you are pretty familiar with. Released on June 16th, a game called Neon White. But this is how we're going to do it.
Oh, shit.
Jen, I'm gonna include you in this game. I need your assistance. You don't have to come in here. You can if you want. What do you think the Metacritic score for a video game called Neon White was?
You're going to have to explain what Metacritic is, what Neon White is, and what a video game is.
I am going to have to explain what Metacritic score is because she did not know what that means. It's like a 1 to 100 based on the aggregate review scores of a video game. Okay, Jen said 70. This is not going to work.
Great.
Ooh, no, that works because I think she's pretty spot on.
Okay. All right, Jen said 70. Mike, Neon White. Oh, sorry. We're going off the PC review scores. It was reviewed 44 times on PC.
Okay. I like the game, but it strikes me as an 87. It might be in the 90s, but for some reason it strikes me as an 87.
Okay. Mike's going to say 87. Todd, what are you going to throw on the board here for?
I was going to say 89, but I'm just going to say 88 because that's all I got to say, right?
It's true.
That's all you have to say.
He's right.
It's a shame. So you should have went with your gut because you would have got a bullseye, but you didn't. But you are closest, so you still get a point.
Of course.
On Neon White.
Of course.
That's what you get for being a little bitch and not just going with your gut.
I'm always. I know. I never do.
Todd, give me a year.
In the year 2000. Boom.
Okay.
Year 2000.
Okay. Let's see. This might be too early for Metacritic, actually. Let me see
Oh,
if it
shit.
pops up.
I feel like it backdates games for some reason. I feel like it. Maybe I'm wrong.
If it has reviews, so like the game I just picked has 20 critic reviews for the PlayStation 2, so it is going to have a score. And this is a little Square Soft release, March 5th, 2000. Oh wait, this says 2001. Why did that show for 2000? When did this game actually come out? Maybe it came out. Maybe it was localized a year later. Let me see what the Wikipedia page says for release dates. All right, I'll allow Todd to pick here. It was originally released December of 2000 in Japan, and then got international release in 2001. Do you want me to pick a different game, a 2000 game?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Todd's a little bitch. We get it.
Yeah. What was the game?
The
What was the
Bouncer. The Bouncer for PS2.
Oh, I love that game.
Do you want to stay with the
He
Bouncer?
looks like no, it's fine. It's fine. He looks like what's his name from Kingdom Hearts?
Yes, he does kind of look like whatever, fucking Luffy.
Cloud Strike.
Sora.
Yeah, Sora. Okay, let's see. We'll go with instead. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do this one. We will do. Let me just see if it has a score before I say we're gonna do this one. Okay, we're gonna go with a game that released on October 30th, 2000, on the Sega Dreamcast, called Jet Set Radio. Also reviewed on actually, we are. The rules state that we do the score that's on the most reviewed platform, and it is actually the most reviewed platform is the Xbox 360. So we are not going off of the original release on the Dreamcast. We're going off of the 360 review for, I'm assuming, a port of the game. So what do you think? Jet Set Radio. Or I guess, well, Jen, a video game that came out in 2000 called Jet Set Radio, where you are riding rollerblades and doing graffiti to cool hip hop music. What do you think it reviewed? 80. Okay, Jen is gonna say 80.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. Michael. Wait, who did I do first last time? I did Mike first last time. Todd. Jet Set Radio for
Go back to
the
Mike.
Xbox 360.
I am gonna go with an 89.
Okay. He's going with his gut from last round. Wait, let's see if it pans out. Mike, what do you think? You get 80 and 89. Jet Set Radio.
80 and 89. Boy.
50-50
There's a
chance
distinct
here.
possibility that
Unless
it's
Jen
right
got it.
between those two.
It could be. It
There's
just
a
could be.
distinct possibility that's in between those two.
But it's
I don't
not
think
an
it's
even
going to
number.
be lower than. Yeah, I know.
So you'd either be be one up or one down if it's in between the middle, the two middle aisles.
Yeah.
Or it could be lower or higher.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say I know much about Jet Set, so I can't speak to it that much. I feel like it's probably not gonna be too much. If it's lower than 80, I don't think it's gonna be too much lower than 80. I don't feel like messing with that. It might be higher. Let me again.
I honestly think
I've
it's
got
like 95,
I got no horse in this
96.
Let me do 85.
Okay.
Michael.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to slow reveal who is correct. With 7 critic reviews on iOS, it is at a 58.
Damn.
With 12 critic reviews on the PS3, it is at a
like Jen got it.
75.
Okay.
With 24 critic reviews on its original release on the Sega Dreamcast, it is a 94.
Hey.
A score recap. Jen said 80. Mike said 85. Todd said 89.
That's it.
With
Congrats,
the
Mike, you
most
got it.
reviewed platform. Again, that's the rule. Sorry, not original release. Most reviewed platform. And this is not a remake. It's just a port. So it's all in the same, if it was Jet Set
Oh, that's
Radio
bullshit.
remake, it would
Bullshit.
have been a separate thing. It's not.
Nope.
With 33 critic reviews on the Xbox 360, Jen is the closest because it has a 70.
Really?
So Jen is picking up her first point on the leaderboard, and she also
How
went
is that such a
downstairs,
drop
so-
off?
I'm assuming it's just because it's
How
a
is that
port
such a
and
drop
not
off?
like a. It's like I don't think they probably added. It's just a port, so people reviewing it that much later probably just didn't have whatever. It was a dated game, maybe. Who knows? Who's to say? Okay, well this doesn't really work. I'm gonna yell out at Jen, so I'm gonna mute my mic.
Huh. So, Todd, how about them
I
sports
can't hear
teams?
anything Brendan's saying.
Crazy, right?
I'm not. I can't hear what she's saying. I said, "Tell me a year." I'm almost positive she's saying like 1965. This is not gonna work.
Yeah, you probably should have given her some stipulations as to what to do. So, yeah, that King of the Hill, it's a fun show.
It's solid show.
2002.
In the year 2002. I'm getting so many text messages from T-Mobile.
Okay, perfect. I feel like we've done this game before, but it's not gonna matter.
I don't know.
Okay, because it's fucking trash. So we're gonna go with 2002, which was Jen's year, and I clicked on the wrong things. We're gonna go back. Here it is. We're going to do a little game that released on August 26th, 2002 called Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube.
I feel like we've already done this one.
Probably, but do you remember what it reviewed at? So. What are we thinking here? If you give me 2 seconds, I can wait till Jen comes back upstairs. I can ask her. Okay, last number. Are you ready? And then I'll leave you alone. Super Mario Sunshine. What do you think it has a review score as? 85. Jen said 85 for Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay.
I promise you she does not know what that game is. I would be surprised if she knew what the game is.
Mario.
So in her mind,
Mario.
So in her mind, Mario games are 85s. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to ask her later what she thinks the best reviewed game of all time is now, because I'm curious what answer would be in her head. Mike.
Tony Hawk 2.
Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, I should probably make Mario Sunshine. Let's see. Old classic. Malaligned. But it has its fans. Now, I can't remember if this is a game that reviewed or people dislike, but it still has
Has a Mario game ever
enough
been
number?
fully I don't even know if a Mario game's ever been like really poorly reviewed, unless like Mario and Luigi game.
Yeah, or if this game like just is the dark mark on Mario mainline games. What did Jen say again? 85. Dare I say 79? Ah, fuck it. I don't care.
Okay, Mike's gonna say 79. Todd, what do you think? Take us home. We 85, 79. Are you
So
in
I'm gonna go
between,
for the
above, or
bullseye.
below? Always going for a bullseye. This is the attitude I like to see.
I'm gonna say 90.
Final answer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody in here
Got the bullseye?
close to a bullseye.
Got close to a bullseye?
Got close.
Oh,
Not close
that's
enough.
stupid.
Not close enough. As much as I hate to say it, I'm also surprised by the score. Todd is the closest. It is a 92.
Oh, that score is perfect. That game is great.
Garbage.
Probably the best Mario game. Best Mario game next to Mario 2.
That's crazy talk. But Todd coming in big boy pants tonight, taking in 2 points. Jen getting her first point on the board, taking in one big boy point.
On the board.
That ends the week with Todd in second with 37, Mike in third with 23, and Dom still in first with 41 points. Todd's getting close. He's getting within striking distance. There's still 4 months in the year.
I was in the lead for the first half of the year.
I meant to look back. Were you in the lead? I don't remember.
For the first couple months, yeah.
It's been a long year.
And then like I had to miss a couple
episodes. In a long time.
Episodes, and you guys cheated and whatever.
Here we go.
Whatever.
We're due for a game show episode now, or maybe not. Maybe Todd's like, no, I'm close now. Don't do a game show. He's gonna pull away again.
No, I want a game show.
Oh, Todd wants a game show. Okay, so we'll do a game show at some point soon. But that'll do it for this week's episode 484. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.